Hey everybody, Rude Dog again. Doing a shout out video, and I'm turning this into a tag video. Leo over at the Irish Zombie Nation did a video on his top 5 or favorite 5 YouTube channels, outdoor related. Anyway, I like the idea, and I really got a kick out of it because he named a couple of channels that I watch, but then he named a couple that I've never heard of. So it was an introduction to some videos I'd never, or some YouTubers I'd never heard of, and I thought this would be a great way to maybe introduce some channels to you guys that have influenced me, and at the same time I'm turning it into a tag video. So with that, let's get right down to it. And I want to thank Leo over the Irish Zombie Nation for letting me take the reins on this. By the way, anybody I call out, consider yourself tagged. You don't have to do a video if you don't want to, a tag video. But also anybody that wants to make comments on channels or make suggestions of their own favorite channels, feel free to. And basically anybody who wants to do a tag video on this, be my guest. So with that said, I'm calling out Wilderness Freak 81. Now he's number 5 on my list. He is, I've never heard him mention his name, say his name on the channel, so I can't say, Joe or John or anything. But he's a true hillbilly Appalachian, and he'll be the one to tell you that. And that's where a lot of his survival stuff and outdoorsman skills come from. He's a true Appalachian boy. Does everything, really hillbilly, and you gotta have a lot of respect for him. He's a smaller channel. I actually hope he's alright, because when I just went and looked, he hasn't done a video in a couple of months. Usually he puts out about a video a week, or about four videos a month. So I hope he's okay. So that's Wilderness Freak 81, and really good content, guys. He does a lot of historical stuff too, so you get a chance, get out there and take a look at his channel. Number 4 is Omega Survival. I only just got turned on to this guy, and I'm putting him on the list because he's a local boy. He only lives a couple of miles from me. I was surprised at that. So Omega Survival, he does a lot of reviews. He does a lot of skills training and showing techniques. Just a genuinely nice guy, and has a really good channel. And like I said, he's kind of new to my list, but he made my list. Number 4, number 3 is, now this is a real school, Nature Reliance School. And I don't know if he's actually a smaller channel. I think he might be a larger channel, but Nature Reliance is it's a school. They do real survival and woodsman skills training and teaching. He's got a real mellow disposition, I think, is what I like. He's not hardcore. But he's smart. He's real smart, and I've learned a lot watching his videos over the last couple of years. Really have. He does a lot of history type skills, historic type skills, and he does a lot of modern day skills too, which I really like. I like a blend like that. So that's Nature Reliance School. Moving on, let's see, that was number 3. Moving on to number 2 is Sailing and Such. Now, the name throws you off. Sailing and Such. The guy's name is Trip. He's a southern boy. He's down. Watching his videos, I'm a little confused. I think he might live in Alabama, but he does a lot of his stuff in Florida. Figure Gulf Coast, And what he's into is kayak camping. and he has got some awesome videos doing the kayak camping. And what's neat is it's really something that he's only just gotten into the last couple of years. Channel's name is Sailing and Such. He started out doing sailing, and he's kind of graduated into the this kayak camping, and really informative. And he does some awesome adventure trips. He's been, the ocean, the Keys, the Everglades. You got to check his channel out. His name's Trip. Oh, and tips and tricks, man. He's got some good ones. He really does. And for me, I want to try and get back into canoeing. So I'm really getting some good tips off him for that. Plus, the thinking and the logic that goes in with kayak camping. There's really a connection to the ATV camping, which I'm doing. The way you got to pack, and just the mentality behind it. So really like Trip. Really like, and he's funny too. He's very funny. So I really like Trip, and I like his channel a lot. So that's Sailing and Such. He's number 2. Now, number 1 on my list is Really Big Monkey 1. Now, he's been on YouTube for 5 years, I think, 6 years. He does the most fun videos, and actually his channel name is Fun in the Woods with David Pearson. He does probably about a video a month, maybe a video every other week when he's got the time to do it. He's a family guy, he's a hardworking guy. He's an honest guy. You can just tell watching him. He's just he's figuring this stuff out sometimes, but he's got a lot of background. He's been how would you say, wild camping for a very long time. And he's not really high tech. He actually packs a tarp and a bunch of rope and just works out stuff. He makes his own shelters. He makes his own shelters. He makes his own gear. You just got to check his channel out, man. He's amazing. He's made his own machete. He makes his own cooking gear. He finds stuff at garage sales and repurposes it. Really gave me a lot of good ideas for a lot of stuff that I'm working on now, and I'm hoping to bring to you guys. Also, if David watches this channel, you are tagged. I want to see your top 5. Plus, keep an eye out on my videos, because I am going to duplicate one of your shelters, one of your beds that I really liked, and I'm going to give it a try. So keep an eye out for that, guys. That was number 1. Now, that should be the end of my list. However, I've got not 1 but 2 honorable mentions, and this is first one is MCQ Bushcraft. That's Mike. Mike is a teacher of survival skills and bushcraft skills, but he's a really down-to-earth guy, and he's British. He's from England, and he's just a pleasure to watch. He's really very professional, well done videos. Just really good content. He does series. He also does hunting, which I'm big on hunting. I've learned a lot from him on that front too. He was one of the first ones that I ever saw do hunting and wild camping and combined it. Really awesome channel. So he deserves an honorable mention. MCQ Bushcraft, and that's Mike. And the second one is Tom Chitwood. Now, Tom doesn't so much do outdoor videos. He's a knife maker, and he does a lot of videos on his knife making. But he does do some gear stuff, and he does a lot of trading with other people, and he's got a lot of other videos that I haven't seen yet. I know he's been on YouTube for a while, and I got back episodes, I guess you should say, that I want to check out. Haven't gotten around to yet, but I really like Tom, and I know I see Tom on Facebook all the time. We run in the same circles, I guess, so that's why I wanted to mention Tom Chitwood. So that's it. That's my list of 5. That's my list of 5 plus 2 honorable mentions. Leo actually had a list of 5 plus 1. So I beat you, Leo. I got a plus 2. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. But definitely consider you guys tagged, and anybody else wants to do a video, I'd love to hear some, or put it in the suggestions. I'd love to hear some new channels that people like out there. So with that being said, hey, get outside. Later, guys.